Ahoy, mateys. And we continue our journey through the AVP retrospective series as we tackle the third Alien solo film, Predators, starring Adrian Brody, Bolton Goggins, Danny Trejo, Alice Braga, and a slew of other characters. Alright, I'll make this short and sweet. This movie is directed by Nimrod Untel, produced by Robert Rodriguez. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Robert Rodriguez, he's done stuff like Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Rodriguez is more of like a one-man film crew. Like he shoots, edits, and scores his own movies. He's pretty much like a one-man band when it comes to filmmaking, but he's also extremely talented. But in this case, this movie is not. It's produced by him, and so that's Rodriguez. Anyway, let's talk about Predators first. Let's talk about Predators. This movie pretty much goes back to basics. It takes place in on a game preserve. Like the predators kidnap these eight people from different backgrounds. Military, uh, gangs, convicts, special ops, and murderers, pretty much. And they all and they bring them to this hunting planet where the aliens, where the predators are going to hunt and kill their prey. So they bring them to like a game preserve for the sport. And movie goes on and progresses. The characters find out exactly where they are and what they have to do. They learn about the predator. We get like the Alice Braga character Isabel gives a brief gives like a brief history of the first movie to the characters, and from there they start to like form a plan on how they can survive and how they can retaliate, and the action ensues. What can I say about Predators? I like it. It's no, it's not particularly like it's not Star Spangled Awesome, but at the same time, it's not a horrible movie. Like you can watch this movie and you can be thoroughly entertained by it. It's the acting is okay. The characters are they're they're not anything spectacular, but whatever. Not everything's gonna be a hit and a miss, but the bantering between the characters, some of it is pretty good, and some of it is just like not that great. But there is Walton Goggins character. His as the cellmate, as the inmate. His character stands out to me. He has it's Walton Goggins. I like Walton Goggins a lot. I think Walton is a very underrated actor, but he has a lot of quick whips, and he has like a lot of funny dialogue. He has a lot of funny lines that he says. This is like when he first meets Alice Braga's character. The first thing he says is, "Your ass is awesome." From that line on, I'm like, okay, Walton Goggins is going to be like Bill Paxton, that quick wit, just mile a minute, just going to keep saying stuff and saying stuff. And there's another funny scene where he's like, "I want a gun. You got two guns. Look at you, man. You got a big fucking gun." Because he has a knife, and he's just like goes on a little rant how he wants a gun. So yeah, Walton Goggins to me is the one that stands out amongst the rest of the cast. Which again, they don't put on horrible performances, but they're just there. They're just generic, and then just kind of like bland. And you got Adrian Brody doing a Christian Bale Batman voice, and it just sounds silly. You got Alice Braga's character, who is a badass, but in terms of her character, pretty much is someone who won't leave no one behind. There are two instances where that happens. So she's like the hero, as opposed to Adrian Brody, who is the guy that would sacrifice pretty much everyone if it means getting his ass out of the fire or using someone to find out more about what he's hunting, what he's trying to kill. He would use them as guinea pigs, and we see that in a scene where pretty much one of their own is gets served up as a sacrificial lamb unknowingly, just so that Brody can find out what exactly they're up against, and you find that out. So, and that also plays, and that also plays into the title because pretty much you have the alien predators against human predators. So then the two go, and pretty much the two predators are going head to head. So, and that's kind of like an idea I wish the movie would have further expanded on because it had an interesting that's an interesting idea, but it didn't really fully develop it. Like the predators of the human world against the predators of the alien world. What really makes them so different? They didn't really explore that idea. I wish they would have because I would have. I think this would have. I think it would have given the movie a lot more dramatic juice, and it probably would have made it more interesting than what it probably would have gave it a little bit more intrigue. But as it stands, Predators is not bad. It's not horrible. It's enjoyable. I give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Solid 6.5 out of 10. I like it better than Predator 2. Mainly because it goes back to the basics with the jungle. The action is top notch, and there's one scene in Predators that I love. It's this Japanese yakuza character pretty much has like a samurai sword fight with one of the predators, and I love the way it's shot. I love how it's like they to me like I love the way it's shot. I love the choreograph of it, like how they're both able to use like their respective sword weapons, and it's just a great scene. And what's even cool that they both kill each other, and it's not like and they're not like like over the top kills. It's a very you know non flashy yet very intense scene, and definitely recommend it. It's the definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. Personally, one of the best fight scene in the whole movie amidst all the gunfire and shit like that. So anyway, Predators, 6.5 out of 10. Okay acting, good cast. Okay, solid acting. Uh, Good cast of actors. Uh, a less than intriguing story that could have been so much better if they would have expanded on that human predators versus the alien predators idea and actually gave it more meat. I think that would have greatly enhanced the story even more. Uh, Definitely could have fleshed out all the characters a little more. But as it stands, Predator is pretty much middle of the road. Not horrible. It's not fantastic, but at the same time, it's very watchable, and it does have a lot of good stuff. And you won't be scratching your head saying, "Ugh." Well, I am AJ Legend. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you again next time.